I think the thing I'm the proudest of is the work that I did on renewable energy, and I really do believe that the Governor Ritter's help and Mary Group help. The revolution is about ready to start, and it's going to be surrounding solar geothermal. It's actually going to be based in the San Luis Valley. We can put about a gigawatt of solar in the San Luis Valley and frankly export all that power to Chicago, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and all those places that can't work. Just very quickly, the reason solar is so much more important, the problem with wind is you don't know when it's going to blow. Today, there are going to be lots and lots of people turning on air conditioners, and yes, we need to get better air conditioners. The problem is the power company needs renewable energy when people hit the switch on those air conditioners. I'll guarantee you those wind turbines out in eastern Colorado are not blowing today as well as they are in February and March. So we need to harmonize that, and concentrated solar is the key to this. And I'm really looking forward to making sure that that business, we're going to be the Silicon Valley of the renewable energy industry, and that's a commitment that I'm going to make, and I'm going to make it happen. But otherwise, it was an honor to serve a bunch of you. I think we did less damage than expected, and I think we actually did some good. That was my first and foremost rule, is do no harm. And I think we did that pretty well. I really want to thank a lot of people like Rosemary and others who on a good day pulled me aside, put their arm around me and say, you know what, settle down, chill out, take it a little easy. And I hope to be a little wiser and more experienced next year. So with that, I'll answer some questions.
Does your select committee continue next session?
Good question. I have not, we have some potential changes coming in the Senate on who will be in leadership. I hope, and frankly, the House did a renewable committee initially. The Senate did one last year. I hope that we will do a combined renewable committee this year. I haven't had a chance to speak with anybody about that. We learned so much, and frankly, we began, as the course of that renewable committee was frankly where because I do a lot of work in the finance world, when I had a concentrated solar company come in and say, hey, we think we can beat coal. I mean, we had lots of solar people who come in and say, oh, by the way, we want you to subsidize our photovoltaic 2-megawatt deal out of the airport or on top of Walmart. Tons of those deals. When somebody walked in our office and said, no, we're going to beat those bastards on coal, and we're going to beat them without subsidies, that was when I set up and said, oh, just ask me.
Can you define what concentrated solar means?
Concentrated solar is basically mirrors targeted towards a liquid, which turns a liquid or something into supercharged water or steam, which then drives a turbine. Photovoltaic is, obviously the traditional photovoltaic. And there is a couple companies, one of which is Colorado, one in Palo Alto, and basically they're ready to do deals right now at 14 cents per kilowatt hour. You all probably pay about 6 cents per kilowatt hour. A typical photovoltaic, if you were on my house, I'm going to try to put some photovoltaic panels, those cost about 22 cents per kilowatt hour. So it's that gap that you have to close. And you think about it with renewable, the renewable is more expensive to build, but then there's no fuel component. You build it, and the only thing you have to do is, frankly, clean the mirrors, which is a wonderful thing. And frankly, what's also amazing is the amount of jobs you create in a coal circumstance really is fairly concentrated during construction. It basically goes away. For every kilowatt you do with solar, you create not super high-paying jobs, but they're decent jobs, cleaning and maintaining the mirrors. Literally, San Luis Valley has 4 or 5 of the lowest per capita income counties in the nation. We can transform the San Luis Valley with concentrated solar. The problem is we have a number of utility players like Tri-State and others who are just struggling to catch this new program. And by the way, Diana DeGette literally can and will be the most powerful person in Colorado on renewable energy. Her new position on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, the fact that she is now vice chair under Dingell and right in the middle of the CAFE negotiations is something. We are going to succeed. And the reason why it's so important, we have the best combination of wind and solar before you go east. There are lots of people who have good solar in Arizona and in Mexico and Nevada, but that's going to go to the California markets. That solar that we have in the San Luis Valley and that wind that we have in southeast Colorado and northeast Colorado is literally a gold mine for this community. We have to be enormously aggressive. I think Xcel Energy is pretty close to drinking not just a little bit of Kool-Aid, the whole gallon of it. And once they do that, we can create more jobs in this state. What we need to do is make sure that all those manufacturing jobs in those facilities come to Colorado. And that's